Plant these 10 fall cover crops now for insane spring growth. Hey Soilpower friends, it's that time of year again when the harvest baskets are full, the days are getting shorter, and your garden beds start to rest. But here's the truth most gardeners overlook. Your soil doesn't want to sleep naked all winter. It wants to be protected, fed, and rejuvenated, and that's exactly what fall cover crops do. Think of cover crops as your soil's off-season power meal. They restore nutrients, loosen compacted earth, smother weeds, and attract beneficial soil life. When spring rolls around, your garden bursts back to life, richer, softer, and full of microbial energy. Today we're diving into the top 10 fall cover crops that can completely transform your soil over winter and give you massive spring growth. Whether you're a backyard grower or managing a mini homestead, let's dig in. Crimson clover, the nitrogen powerhouse. If your soil is tired after a long growing season, crimson clover is like giving it a protein shake. This beautiful red flowering legume fixes nitrogen directly from the air and stores it in the soil for your next crops. When you till or mow it down in spring, all that nitrogen becomes available to your veggies, especially heavy feeders like corn, tomatoes, and brassicas. Okay, so plant it in late summer or early fall, about 30 to 45 days before your first frost. It's frost tolerant, grows fast, and also attracts early pollinators in spring. Plus, those rich red blooms make your garden look stunning even in the off-season. Here's a little Soilpower tip: mix crimson clover with oats or rye to create a dual-purpose cover that adds nitrogen and organic matter. Number 2, winter rye, the garden protector. When in doubt, go with winter rye. It's the hardiest, most reliable cover crop out there, perfect for any gardener who wants a simple, no-fail option. Rye germinates in cool weather, thrives through winter, and creates a thick root mat that prevents erosion and suppresses weeds. Come spring, it breaks down into an incredible mulch that feeds soil microbes and improves structure. The secret is in its roots. Rye's deep fibrous system captures leftover nutrients before they leach away. If crimson clover is good, hairy vetch is a nitrogen beast. It can fix more than 100 pounds of nitrogen per acre, which translates to lush, green, high-yielding plants next season. It's a bit wild, the vines can sprawl everywhere, but that's part of its magic. It protects soil from erosion, crowds out weeds, and creates a beautiful purple carpet in early spring. Soilpower tip: mix hairy vetch with rye for a perfect balance. Rye gives structure, vetch adds nutrients. Together they build soil like a dream team. Oats, the gentle winter feeder, are ideal if you live in a cooler region or prefer a cover crop that dies back naturally in winter. Once frost hits, oats collapse and form a soft mulch layer that protects your soil and slowly breaks down into organic matter. They're great for gardeners who don't want to deal with spring tilling. By the time you're ready to plant, the soil beneath will be loose, dark, and full of life. Here's a little tip from Soilpower: sow oats after early harvest crops like lettuce or beans to keep that space working for you all winter. Field peas, or Austrian winter peas, are gentle on your soil, but mighty in what they deliver. Like all legumes, they pull nitrogen from the air, and when combined with oats or rye, they create a beautiful, productive mix. They're cold-tolerant, improve soil tilth, and, leave behind a nitrogen-rich legacy for spring crops. Plus, their delicate tendrils are surprisingly pretty. Daikon radish is honestly the soil driller you need if your garden soil feels compacted. Its long, thick taproots drill deep into the earth, breaking up hardpan and allowing water and air to reach deep layers of soil. As the radishes decompose over winter, they leave behind channels that act like highways for roots, worms, and microbes. It's nature's own aeration system, no machine needed. Here's a little Soilpower tip: mix daikon with clover or rye for a biotill combo. The radish breaks the soil, and the others add fertility. Buckwheat, the speedy soil builder. Now, even though it's not frost hardy, buckwheat is just perfect if you've got, say, 4 to 6 weeks left before your first frost. It grows really fast, often flowering in just 30 days, and honestly, it works wonders for soils that are low in phosphorus. Buckwheat smothers weeds like a champ draws in pollinators and, its shallow roots really help improve your topsoil texture. When frost finally hits, buckwheat dies back easily, leaving behind this nutrient-rich mulch layer. Here's a Soilpower tip. After you mow down your buckwheat, go ahead and plant a cold hardy mix like rye or vetch to keep feeding your soil all winter long. Mustard, the natural soil cleanser. You might just think of mustard as a condiment crop, but in your garden, it's actually a natural biofumigant. Its roots release compounds that can suppress soil-borne pests and diseases, like nematodes and even fungal pathogens. Mustard grows fast, adds biomass, and is easy to terminate before planting spring veggies. Plus, it gives your soil a microbial reset, perfect before growing root crops. Triticale is a cross between wheat and rye, and honestly, it combines the best traits of both. It's hardy, fast-growing, and just perfect for building biomass. Plus, it also handles poor or sandy soils where other cover crops really struggle. Triticale's dense roots lock in nutrients and prevent erosion, while its tall growth shades out winter weeds. Come spring, it turns into a nutrient-dense mulch or green manure that boosts microbial activity. Here's a Soilpower tip: mow triticale when it's knee-high for easy incorporation and quick breakdown. Alfalfa is like the long-term investment of cover crops. Its roots can reach over 6 feet deep, pulling up minerals from lower soil layers and enriching the topsoil for years to come. It's perennial, meaning it can stay in place for multiple seasons, building structure, feeding microbes, and fixing nitrogen continuously. For gardeners aiming for sustained soil health, alfalfa is gold. Soilpower tip: if you rotate crops, use alfalfa in one bed for a few years. Your future plants will thank you with explosive growth. How to get started with fall cover crops? Well, starting is simpler than most people think. After your summer harvest, just lightly rake or till your soil, broadcast your chosen seeds, and water them in. That's it. Nature does the rest. The key is timing. Plant your cover crops 4 to 6 weeks before your first hard frost. This gives them enough time to establish strong roots before winter hits. When spring arrives, mow or crimp the cover crop before it goes to seed. Let it decompose naturally or lightly work it into the soil a couple of weeks before planting. Either way, your garden will thank you with lush, vigorous growth. The real secret? Soil never sleeps. Healthy soil is living soil. And, cover crops keep that life thriving even when nothing else is growing. They feed earthworms, nurture beneficial bacteria, and maintain the nutrient cycle all winter long. Skipping cover crops is like skipping breakfast. Your garden might survive, but it won't thrive. So this fall, don't leave your soil hungry or exposed. Feed it, protect it, grow your Soilpower. Friends, cover cropping isn't just a farm thing. It's actually one of the most powerful tools every gardener can use to boost yields naturally. Whether you're growing a handful of tomato plants or managing raised beds, these fall cover crops will set your soil up for explosive spring success. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Soilpower on YouTube for more hands-on soil wisdom, natural gardening experiments, and real results from the ground up. And hey, if you've tried any of these cover crops before, share your experience in the comments. Your soil story might just inspire someone else to start theirs. Because here on Soilpower, we don't just grow plants, we grow the soil that grows them.